Hey, this will be a video chart on WAMUQ, Washington Mutual Incorporated. This is a 60-minute chart that we're going to look at. So what that means is each one of these candlesticks represents 60 minutes worth of price action. The reason we're going to go through the 60-minute is because it gives a better kind of representation of what's been going on. We had that nice couple days earlier this week where that produced this move and then this move here. However, things have cooled off a little bit, and I've gotten some requests, so I want to just go back over it real quick going into the weekend and get things updated because technically things are still okay, but it's really getting near the spot where you don't want it to be, and I'll explain everything here. But the video will be pretty simple, nothing extravagant. So let's just dig in. Like I was saying, the chart is still technically okay, but we're really pushing the limits here on it kind of going against what we want to see. And that is simply coming from this blue line here that I've already drawn. By taking this low and then this low and drawing this trend line, you can see that we are still above it. Yes, we've come down here, but where the price is right now, we're still above this trend line, which means that there's still the possibility that the bulls can put in a higher low and keep this uptrend intact. Every all higher time level charts. So in this case, the daily chart. In order for the daily chart to ever really start to come back to life again, the 60-minute, which is what we're on right now, is going to need to show life and is going to need to establish an uptrend. And that's what hopefully needs to happen this next week is the price can drop a little bit more, but it's going to meet up with this trend line, and then we want to see the bulls show some strength again and bounce it back up. And if that can happen, then this uptrend line will stay intact, and you'll still have an uptrend, and hopefully it'll be one of those situations where the bulls can eventually work their way back up here and push through this previous high that it made on this push that it did this week. Now, if it doesn't, and let's say the price goes back through there, well then this trend line is no longer valid, and in my opinion, the price will go back down and test this low, and possibly even put in more low or a low below this. But like I said, we want to see some sort of uptrend or some sort of semblance of a bullish, strong move. And in order for that to happen, we're at the point now where the bulls are going to need to step up and say, okay, we've had enough, time to head back up. The bears have had their fun the past couple of days. Now it's time for the bulls to make a statement if they're going to. And this would be a great spot to do it right around this trend line because it is still an uptrending line. Now the other thing that's nice about the 60-minute right now is the MACD is flattening out here. So hopefully either Monday or early next week we can get it to curl back upwards. That would be a nice little sign there of confirmation. And better yet, if we do bounce and head back up, seeing the MACD curl up along with some bigger volume bars, that would be very bullish, and that'd be a nice sign to see. But first steps, or one thing at a time, we need to make sure that this trend line does hold strong. The other thing and last thing I wanted to point out is this orange line here, which is the 200 period simple moving average. You can see that the bulls try to separate from it, but it ultimately just acted as a resistance. Like it was. These down sloping 200 period moving averages are always powerful, and this is just another example of how that works. But with any sort of bounce here and a move upwards, hopefully the bulls will be able to push through this and then separate. They weakened it up a little bit here, but it's still won. So if it can test it again pretty quickly here, like next week or the week after, I'd see it not putting up as much of a fight as it did over here. So overall, I guess in a nutshell, there's still hope for the chart in the short term. Like I said, the 60 minutes still got this uptrend going, but next week's going to be very crucial in making sure it maintains it. If it doesn't and it falls through, look for it to enter it back into that channel and probably come back down here and give 0.103 another test. So that's where the chart stands now. Hopefully that helps out with all the requests I've gotten. If there are any other questions on the chart, please shoot me a message and I'll do my best to help you out. I'd also encourage you to check out bullwarriorstocks.com. If you go there and sign up for the free newsletter, you'll be sent a free ebook, which has been getting very good reviews. And with your subscription, you'll get chart setups, trade ideas, educational pieces, all sorts of things from penny stocks up to big boards. So there's a nice variety, something for everybody, and we've been making some good money together, so it's worth checking out and giving a try. One more time, this was WAMUQ. Thanks for listening, and have a good weekend.